You understand what I'm saying? Who is the ERAT inside INEC that gave that certified true copy to Dave Umahi? Because you know why? The man who had initially applied, when he observed that the one they tendered to counter the earlier one he did, you know, I think he has a very bright lawyer, Yusuf Ali or whatever, who quickly detected the error. So they now apply to INEC with the two documents. They put it side by side and sent the two to INEC and said, we observe that there are differences between these documents that you have given to these two parties. One was signed by so and so person, the other one was signed by the other person, but they all emanated from the headquarters of INEC, apparently from the legal department of INEC, was signed by deputy director and deputy director, two different deputy directors. Then one of the deputy directors was the one that even signed the one that is allegedly forged, is the one that signed the most number of CTCs that were applied and received from INEC. So this is a very damaging threat to democracy. If those who get into public offices are alleged to have forged and fabricated material evidence that they adduce before the competent court of law to be able to obtain judgment, to stay in the Senate and to serve the Federal Republic of Nigeria and to make laws for the Federal Republic of Nigeria, then there's a problem in this country. It's a very, very serious threat. And the petition has been sent to the IGP. Our purpose here is to tell the IGP that we're happy that you rightly call yourself a lion. Please, Mr. Lion, there are a lot of problems that you need to tackle. In fact, you are lucky that those who are creating the problems are ordinary rats. They are E-rats. One of those E-rats are in INEC. Fish them out and devour them. Devour them like a hungry lion that you said that you are. That is the purpose of this press conference. And if there are clear indictments against anybody, nobody is stronger or bigger than the law of Nigeria. Luckily, the fellow who was a governor is not like a governor, so he doesn't have immunity. He doesn't have immunity. You know, someone like Sam or Tom, that was like a small lamb that was confronting a giant, Buhari, that was backing armed Fulani herdsmen. They were killing people. It was only one person that was confronting him. If not that the guy had immunity, they would have finished him since. But you can see what happened to him. As soon as his immunity drops, they grabbed him. And luckily for him, maybe because Buhari is no longer on seat, that's why he could walk out of EFCC smiling. I don't think he will be smiling if Buhari was the one that was the head of state. So what I'm saying is this: David Umahi does not have immunity. If he has a case to answer, this IGP who is acting should swiftly arrest him and should quickly investigate. If he's indicted, arrest him, prosecute him. And don't stop at just this particular matter, because this is a sign, it's an early warning system that we are serving on the IGP's office. They have the resources, they have the human resources to uncover other similar cases all over the country in all of the tribunals. It will not take rocket science for the IGP's office to coordinate and nose around, like maybe they can borrow the skill of the journalists and nose around for those material evidence that shows that so many people are in office today and trying to remain in office using fraudulent means. There's no difference between anybody doing that if the person is clearly indicted, if the allegations are true, if the allegations have merit. There is no difference between a person who gets into Senate through fraudulent means and a Yahoo boy who uses his mother for ritual. There's no difference. There's no difference between a Yahoo Plus. Those Yahoo Plus that use their mother's pants to do ritual. There's no difference between that person and a man who gets into Senate using fabricated, forged, altered, and manufactured evidence to be able to stay in power. We have already addressed what we call a comprehensive agenda that we tabled for all the service chiefs. But the IGP have more work to do than every other of those new service chiefs. By the way, Mr. President has not completed his job. He just sacked and left one person. What is happening with the DG of DSS? So, well, that is not even the story. The story today is that the IGP has a responsibility to protect democracy, constitutional democracy, that is coming under threat by politicians who use crooked means to manipulate their way into their respective political offices. And a case that has emerged is an allegation against the former governor of Ebonyi State that he allegedly obtained a forged document from INEC. We are not saying that the governor forged the document. Of course, the governor does not work in INEC office. Of course, somebody may have done that for different intentions. So it is the responsibility of the office of the IGP to investigate and uncover the E-rats. We are certain that there are E-rats. Like the way you have church rats, there are E-rats, and they are very deadly. It's not just the chairman of INEC that everybody should be accusing that he misled Nigerians and did not deliver his solemn pledge to give us free, fair, transparent, and peaceful election, but he delivered the opposite, a hijacked and a stolen election. The IGP, we're not asking him to go and investigate items that were tendered by the president. He will not do that because the president just gave him an appointment and he's just acting. So he's acting at the mercy of Mr. President, who will influence his confirmation or his whatever, either by the Senate or whatever that is going to happen when the president will decide to confirm him or the Senate will confirm him or whatever. So, but this one concerns the lawmaking process, that somebody who is in the Senate allegedly got a document that is believed to have been forged by the written, what do you call it now? A supporting document that emanated from INEC saying, actually, this is the real result. Because when there was a problem between the parties that were before that tribunal, the governor former governor of Ebonyi State, who was returned as the winner of that election, Senate in Ebonyi State, and the Labour Party candidate who is the applicant before the tribunal, the first one that went to INEC to apply for CDC to obtain the relevant documentary evidence of the results of the election from those contested polling units, got CTC, from INEC. The governor himself, the former governor, also went to INEC and got a document, but the one that the governor parade is forged. Going by the admission of INEC that said the one we gave to Mr. A is the one that is authentic. So a petition has already been sent to IGP's office, calling on his office, on him to investigate if there are merits in the allegations that there were manipulations within INEC. And there are possibilities that several other cases of alterations, forgeries, and the rest of them may have occurred and may even still be occurring as we speak. He needs to put an end to that.